What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Buckle up your seatbelts. Today is going to be a very powerful video breakdown confirming everything that we've been attempting to relay to you all on the YouTube and X space, mentioning that you all can be your own bank with nothing else but a mobile phone and an internet connection in the now through the utilization of DeFi, earning yield on your digital assets. We're going to confirm all that. We're going to confirm institutional interest in this space. And I'm going to show you guys that everything that we've been putting out to you all is aging extremely well. So if you enjoy video breakdowns like this, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're going to get into fundamentals. I'm going to play some video clips. I'm going to, as always, try to keep the video as short as possible, but there's always so much information to digest and go over. So in yesterday's video breakdown, we touched, if you haven't watched yesterday's video breakdown, go back and check it out. We touched briefly on my DeFi strategy, and I showed you guys some test transactions and whatnot, how you can earn yield on your digital assets, particularly focusing on stablecoins. Now, I'm going to share a screen with you guys, and we're going to start to get into these fundamentals. We're going to talk about an individual representative that is leading and pioneering in this space, Loretta Joseph. So let's jump over, let's share screen, and we're going to start to break this down because this information is, again, essential, and it's the type of information that nobody is touching on in the Web3 ecosystem in the sense of influencers that are making YouTube content. Here at CYPRX, we have created playlists, and all of the information that we are breaking down for you guys in these playlists is aging extremely well. And I'm going to show you that again in today's video breakdown. So first, go over to the CYPRX platform. There's two playlists I want you guys to check out. One titled Yield, right? Right now it has about 10 videos added into it. Watch them, enlighten yourself, educate yourself on the transformative power of DeFi. And then the second one I want you to go and watch is another playlist on the CYPRX platform. It's called Infrastructure. It should be labeled Infrastructure. Go through and watch those videos because, again, the material that I'm going to share with you today, it's all aging like fine wine. I cannot stress enough, we are putting out valuable info here, but not a lot of people are tapped in. So Loretta Joseph, for those of you all who don't know, we're going to jump into who this individual representative is, but I just wanted to show you guys that she is an individual in the digital asset space that is literally in the process of rewriting and rewiring the whole entire financial system. She's writing legislation in this digital asset ecosystem right now. And I want to show you guys whose information she is reposting on her X profile. You can see here is a post from the CYPRX X profile. You can see if we scroll right down here, there are more posts. Here's one of our Twitter lives that she reposted titled XRPL 100% proof institutions hold XRP. Here's another one, a video clip related to a panel discussion that she was on with Blockchain Australia. And I said to you guys that this is probably one of the most important 2-minute clips that you will ever watch in your life. And she reposted that. So again, if you don't know who this individual is, if you haven't watched any of our previous video breakdowns, let me just show you guys. So July 8th, 2024, this is updated. This is an event that just took place. Commonwealth honors for Loretta Joseph and her work with the new model law for digital assets. She is literally one of the individuals, the pioneers in this space, writing legislation in crypto. And I just showed you guys whose information she is reposting on her X profile. So we'll just read this briefly so that way I don't bore you guys to death. The Digital Commonwealth Ambassador, Loretta Joseph, has been announced, honored with a Pro Bono Heroes Award in Westminster for her remarkable work on the development of a new model law for digital assets. The tireless advocate for blockchain and distributed ledger technology was handed the award at the Marlborough House of, or by the Right Honorable Baroness Patricia Scotland, KC, Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations. An expert legal advisor with more than a quarter of a century of experience in financial services, Loretta's extensive career has provided her with the deep exposure to global financial markets. I won't bore you guys to death, but again, I just wanted to show you all that this individual representative has credentials. And we're going to jump into fundamentals today and a conversation that she had on LinkedIn. And again, tap in because all the information that we've been putting out to you guys is aging like fine wine, and it will continue to do so as this digital transformation continues to evolve at a rapid pace. Institutions are picking up interest. Retail traders are going to start to gain mass adoption and wake up to the power of earning yield on their digital assets through nothing but a mobile phone and an internet connection. Okay. And I'm telling you all, tap in or else you're going to get left behind. There's going to be an onset of people that don't get it, but then there's going to be a certain group of people that do. And I'm speaking directly to you all. So let's present screen. Let's go in and let's just share some video clips. So we're going to just replay this one video from Loretta Joseph from just a couple months back. And it's probably, again, in my personal opinion, one of the most important videos that you will ever listen to if you understand the power of what she's saying. In a nutshell, to break it down in layman's terms, an individual in Africa, in one of the lowest income earning areas in the world, right, compared to somebody in Malibu, California, one of the most expensive areas in the world, both have the same access to this new financial system through nothing but a phone and an internet connection. And when you understand the power of that, you understand that you should be taking advantage of this opportunity in the now to earn yield on your digital assets, to combat against the devaluation of your currencies and inflation at a rapid pace, right? Check this out and listen to what she says here.
My mentor is Bob Kahn. I don't know how many of you know Bob Kahn. Does anyone know Bob Kahn?
No.
It's very sad. Bob Robert Kahn, he built the internet. He wrote the transmission control protocol, the internet protocol. His wife was a lawyer. And without his wife, Patrice, we would not have the internet as it stands to stay. He's been my mentor for 10 years at Open Systems. So I have an argument with any government that wants to say that I don't understand how Open Systems work, because I do. And he has big problems with this, interoperability and scalability. He still says a big problems with blockchain. And he's the man that built an Open System. So we can't argue with that. But what I do see, and where my positivity now comes, I work across the emerging world. Now, what we've seen in the last 2 years, when I was writing laws in 2017, 2018 around ICOs, Bitcoin, blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, nobody cared. Nobody really cared. Move to 2024. I've got to worry about DeFi. I need to worry about smart contracts, audits of smart contracts, the metaverse. Things like Web3 is now allowed entrepreneurs across the emerging world. Do I really, really care what Bitcoin price does? Well, vote a lot of it, yes, but it's still a speculative asset and it's very volatile. So take that out of the equation for a minute. But the emerging world where you don't have access to a banking system, and I work in Nigeria, Kenya, Botswana, 97% of people don't have access to financial inclusion. We in Australia have 98%, Canada, the rest of the world. You flip that on the head. All of a sudden you give people a smart device, a stable coin, a wallet. You can create, with Web3, move value. We can transfer value and assets like we've never seen in history. And that is the killer app. And you will see the development of that in the next 6 months in the emerging world like we've never seen anything. So that's why I'm
right. So she mentions stablecoin. She mentions DeFi. She mentions how everybody with a mobile, phone and an internet connection has access to this new financial system. How back in 2017, they weren't writing laws on DeFi, on smart contracts. Like, you guys have to understand what is happening. Please, I'm begging you to pay attention, because for the sake of my followers, I cannot stress enough. Now is the time to get involved before the masses pick up on this and you get left behind. Okay. And like I mentioned, this stuff is aging like fine wine. So I'm going to play another video clip where I said to you guys, let me just play this one for you. Again, I got to share a different screen. We're going to go over to this screen real fast. And this is, remember, the asset manager from, actually, I'll save time and I won't play this video breakdown, because in the previous video breakdown yesterday, I believe I played it, and I don't want to sound like I'm beating a dead horse. But yesterday, I played a video clip from this $100 billion asset under management wisdom tree. Okay. And I said in this post, everyone should be earning yield on their digital assets. The DeFi evolution is unfolding right before our eyes. It is time to take advantage of major financial upgrades to the outdated system. All right. As a matter of fact, whatever, I'll play it. Here you guys go.
The U.S. launch it's an extremely important milestone on this journey of normalizing the asset class, as well as bringing things onto the blockchain in general. And so I think it's very, very constructive. Still, almost all of the money is retail, which is interesting. Even with BlackRock's great success, almost all that money is retail. There's just inherent demand. Usually.
Right. So remember, in yesterday's video breakdown, he mentions that you should be earning yield on your digital assets. And in this particular clip of this video breakdown, he mentions that all the money is retail. The reason why I played this video clip is so that way you will understand that the banks, the institutions, they are not here yet. Yes, they have an interest. And yes, some financial institutions are here, but not all of them, and not on the scale in which is coming. And when you understand that, again, to each his own. Okay. I cannot stress enough. Now is the time to get involved, at a minimum, to start to get educated on the new financial system that is unfolding at a rapid pace. So now we're going to get into this fundamental, and just to show you guys that institutions are picking up interest. I posted this to you guys on August 16th, and it correlates with something that Loretta Joseph said just a couple of weeks ago, where I posted this fundamental from the Digital Transformation Risk Radar for Financial Institutions from Baker McKenzie. It says right here, digitalization is accelerating with so much business now conducted virtually, and attitudes have transformed. Digital technology, which has been under development, is now seeing its potential realized. And this is coming from Sue McLaren. So if we come over here in this specific PDF, it talks about how data is the new currency. And it talks about different things like crypto assets, cybersecurity, DLTM blockchain, artificial intelligence, so on and so forth, right? And then right here, it mentions crypto assets, and it says, greater regulatory certainty is increasing the appetite of traditional financial institutions to enter into this market and use this technology. Remember what the Wisdom Tree CEO just told you guys, that the vast amount of money in this space is retail. This is why I'm telling you guys to tap in and pay attention. I know that people hate hearing we are early, but when you understand how early we are and how much money is about to come on chain, wow. I mean, the sky is the limit at the end of the day, okay? Moving on, this correlates with something that Loretta Joseph said on her LinkedIn profile, and I reposted this one. She said, they laughed in 2013. They had disbelief in 2018. And in 2024, they joined in. More and more institutions and traditional banks are now participating in the broader Web3 ecosystem. Drops the mic right there. That speaks loudly about what is going to unfold over the next consecutive couple of months/years, considering that this is coming from an individual representative that is literally writing legislation in this digital asset space. That's what you guys understand, right? I'm not here touting bullish moonboy hopium. I'm trying to get you guys to see perspectives that are never going to reach the mainstream. The mainstream is never going to show you this information, okay? Now, this is a video clip that I posted on August 18th. We're going to start to get into yield and earning yield on your digital assets. This particular video breakdown talks and mentions about Solana. I'm not too interested in that. If you are, teach his own. But I just want you to get to understand the concepts that retail traders never had access to the financial system the way that we do now, through the utilization of DeFi, through earning yield on our digital assets with very small increments of money to start out with, okay? And just listen to what she says about how all of this old financial system kind of shunned retail out, and now for the first time ever, we now have access to this new digital infrastructure through blockchain and digital assets. Take a second and let's listen to what this lady says.
Hedge funds have always been exclusively for the ultra wealthy. Not only that, but bonds, real estate, and even loans are far easier to access with a high net worth. These financial products are simply not accessible on a global scale. However, access to these products is opening up on Solana. Real-world assets like hedge funds and real estate are financial products that exist in the tangible world. Unfortunately, only the wealthiest and most connected gain entry into these asset classes and reap their benefits. According to Forbes, in the US, the minimum investment for most hedge funds start at $100,000, and you can only invest if your net worth exceeds $1 million. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Take Bridgewater, for example. They require investable assets worth up to $7.5 billion, and even then, you need an invitation to join. These real-world assets are not only unavailable to most people, but they also come with all the downsides of traditional finance, like slow settlements and trading limited to office hours. But what if there was a way to democratize these real-world assets, making them accessible to more people, regardless of net worth or connections? Enter on-chain real-world assets on Solana by tokenizing an asset.
Okay, so I'll pause it right there. There's still a minute left of this video breakdown, but bottom line of this video, I just wanted you to see a perspective from an individual representative in the space, mentioning that prior to the digitalization of tokenization of real-world assets and DeFi and whatnot, this was only ever available for traditional financial players, large asset managers, hedge funds, high net worth individuals with $1 million minimum of a requirement to enter into the investment space. That is all changing now for the first time ever. Regardless if you utilize DeFi solutions in Solana, or you utilize DeFi solutions on Base or Ethereum or the XRPO, this is all changing for the first time ever, okay? And when you understand the power of that, you're going to want to educate yourself on it, which is, again, why we created the Wealth 28 Club, so that way you all have an educational platform that teaches you all step by step how to get involved in DeFi, how to start getting your digital assets to work for you. And now, to even further my case, something else that I mentioned to you guys in a previous post was that, again, your digital assets should be earning yield for you. Your stable coins, the digital assets that you're holding in your long-term storage should all be earning yield. Now, check this out. Remember, yesterday's video breakdown, I made an entire breakdown. If you haven't gone and checked that out, go back and check it out on a strategy that I'm taking up in the DeFi ecosystem by utilizing the VFAT platform, right? Earning about $1,600 to $2,000 per month, and then rolling that over into stablecoins, rolling that profit over into stablecoins. So that way I'm constantly earning yield on yield on yield. Again, go back and check out yesterday's video and go back and watch the yield playlist. So that way you can see more video breakdowns like that one. Okay. But check out what Loretta Joseph said on her LinkedIn just 5 days ago. She mentions here, central bank digital currencies have had their time. Now stable coins are stepping into the spotlight in this new era of digital finance. Private and public money must all and will coexist. The game is on. So I highlighted that right there, because what have I capitalized on telling you guys on the CYPRX platform previous to this post, right? I mentioned to you guys that in the near future, there is going to be an ecosystem that exists where CBDCs, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies are all going to coexist in an interoperable fashion in this new digital infrastructure. So take a second and listen to this representative tell you exactly that. This is from the London Blockchain Conference, has 57 freaking views, and was updated or uploaded, excuse me, 11 days ago, just to show you all that this is, again, information that nobody's tapped into except us here at CYPRX, showing it to you guys time and time again. The information is aging again, like I mentioned, fine wine. Check this out.
A while off.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to understand the drivers behind why you want to digitize currency. And depending on your drivers and the needs, you're going to choose a different solution and a different approach. CBDCs in a retail sense may make sense for a lot of countries who are looking to deploy a digital form of central bank money in the, as digital version of notes and coins. But in other countries, the desire and the driver isn't as strong. But there may be a need to create a stablecoin type payment solution that does create more efficiency and allow you to lower the barrier of entry for new payment systems and schemes that exist on top. And so it's important to know that CBDC, stablecoins, cryptocurrencies, any other form of currency can coexist. I think that's an important aspect to remember. And it all comes down to what it is you're trying to achieve and for whom and where.
Right. So this is an individual representative that works at Boston Consulting Group, and you heard it there, right? So you have two industry participants leading in this space, pioneers in this space, telling you guys that we will evolve into an ecosystem where CBDC, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies will all coexist. The importance of understanding that is so that way you don't get flooded out of your positions and you don't think that this industry is going to go away because you read some fear-mongering fundamental on the internet. Again, I want you as my followers to tap in and stay focused on the big picture. Now, to go back to this post, just to relay another video clip in comparison to what Loretta Joseph says here, so that way you guys can see again that it's not just one person in this space reiterating this information to you, okay? We scroll right down here and we have Sean White. If you guys don't know who that individual is in the XDC space, go check that individual's profile out. I've talked about him before. Phenomenal individual, another pioneer in this space. He mentions that he is looking forward to their valued contribution later this month at the Trade Digitalization Conference at ANZ. And then Loretta Joseph comments under that and says, this blew my freaking mind, because again, remember yesterday's video breakdown I made for you all. This is why it's so important. Yesterday's video breakdown, breaking down how to earn yield on your stable coins and why it's so important to become your own bank to combat against the devaluation of your fiat currency and combat against inflation. Go check out this playlist if you haven't. Look at what she says right down here. Remember, I already showed you guys Loretta Joseph's credentials. She says, yes, I'm of the opinion that CBDCs are dead and yield-bearing stablecoins are the next alliteration of blockchain innovation in the new transaction layer of Web3. Drops the mic. Hang up the coat right there. Wow. Bravo, Loretta. This was a phenomenal little tiny response. And gems like this go such a long way, because remember in yesterday's video breakdown, what did I show you again to make sure that this is not just make-believe information. This is not just Loretta's opinion. She's most likely basing this off of some facts. And I'm going to show you some perspectives from some more industry-leading individuals. Check this out. So this is the Crypto Conundrum Custody of Risks and Solutions AIM Summit London 2024. So this only has 115 views and was updated 3 months ago. Listen to what this individual says about financial institutions and how they're going to want to earn yield. Check this out.
Toe into our market, which is where I think it's going to be really interesting.
Mike, from your perspective, when we're speaking about pension funds, it's all about yield for them, because that's what they are very much geared for. Now, when we are in the custody business, in the normal custody business, there isn't really much of a yield, especially if you are under real estate assets. Just like from the custody perspective, you don't get a yield out of the custody. But over here, there are certain ways to get yield, but when you park them. where do you see that market growing? The fact that we've seen some massive blow-ups within this particular space. How is the confidence coming back? Where institutions, high net worth individuals, they can come, they can park your assets with yourselves, and then look for a yield in relation to that.
Right. So just in context, he's asking the question to the Kraken MTF, right? Mark Jennings. And he says, how can institutions, high net worth individuals come to this space, park their assets and earn yield? People, come on now, pay attention to details. So I hope that this video breakdown, after having watched yesterday's video and me showing you all that you could be your own bank and start to earn yield on your digital assets, seeing perspectives from these individuals with many more credentials than myself tell you guys the same exact thing, is opening your brain to the possibilities of what you can accomplish in this digital asset ecosystem in the now, and not wait around for some bull market cycle. You can start earning now. You can start growing your wealth now. You can start making passive income now. You first have to lay the foundation and get educated. So head over to CYPRXtrading.com, tap into the Wealth 28 Club, go through the course material, join for a month. Worst case scenario, you cancel, but at least go through the educational process so that way you know what's happening behind the scenes, the DeFi evolution that's taking place, and how to earn yield on your digital assets. I cannot stress enough. So many blessings to you guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video breakdown. If you did, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. I know that you get tired of hearing it. I personally get tired of saying it, but it does help this platform grow, and it does help boost the algorithm to push these video breakdowns out to more like-minded individuals like yourselves. So I do appreciate the love and the support. As always, be cognizant. Be aware out there. This is not financial advice, but I am trying to show you guys that there is something happening behind the scenes, and the mainstream is never going to show you any of this information, as you all saw with the lack of views on all of these videos that I displayed with you all here today. So stay blessed out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.